What's good, y'all? Looks so Mac is back up here with another one. For me, got my shit in the cut. That means it says strength right here. This is a tarot card, but it's a tapestry. So, for me, a lot of niggas might not know what that means. If you don't not into tarot cards, you're not into it, you wouldn't know. But you know, you're welcome to research it. It's just imagery for me. It will be planted in your subconscious mind. You might won't see it later on in life. You might understand why I have it hung up. But let's get into the vid, right? So if y'all see my last vid, hopefully you did. If you didn't, go watch it. It's the calcination process, the first stage of alchemy, right? Alright, so let's get into it. First, I don't think I gave y'all an introduction to alchemy, right? So I'm gonna do a brief introduction right now. Alright, so basically, alchemy stems from the word alchem, which is in short stand for Kemet. It was symbolic to Kemet, and y'all know Kemet, ancient Kemet was the Black Land. And during this, I'm trying to formulate my words before I say it to you. I don't want y'all to mistake it. The origin of alchemy is said to be, right? It's been practiced for thousands of years, right? It's an ancient art. And it's said to be made by Thoth. Thoth is the Egyptian deity that is worshipped in Egypt. And he's the one that writes all of your confessions, your transgressions, while you're getting your heart weighed on the scale before the deity. I forgot the name of it, but when you're getting your heart weighed on the scale and the deity, who the fuck just text me? My fault, y'all. But look, when you're getting your heart weighed on the getting your heart weight on the scale, it's a deity that would, if your heart is not as light as a feather, right? The phrase, if it's light as a feather. If they put a feather on, you know, the Libra scale, the shit with two. When they put a feather on one side, put your heart on the other. If your heart is heavy and is outweighing the feather, and your heart is not light, it's not angelic, it's not righteous, it's your heart will, it will outweigh the scale. Basically, that's the whole moral of the story. And if your heart outweighs the feather, the deity that has is the deity. It looks like basically it's just man eating animals, right? It's a crocodile, a lion, and it's a hippo. It has features from all three of those animals, and it will basically, if your heart is outweighing the feather, it will eat your heart. And that's said to be after you die, to pass on, to go and live in the world of the gods. And that's only, so it was like a gateway between the transition of either, that would basically be like in modern day, if you believe in that whole Bible shit, that would basically be like the gateway to be you being I don't want to say interview, but if you being, they decide whether or not, the deities decide whether or not you are going to transcend onto heaven or you are going to hell, and the hell would just be you getting eaten by your heart getting eaten, your soul being devoured by the deity, who I can't remember the name of. Recording the video, I don't feel like editing, so I'm not gonna stop it and look for the name for y'all. Y'all can go research it when you look at it. Just type in like Egyptian Libra scale art, or just type in Thoth, just type in Egyptian wall art. It's gonna show. That's a famous one. It always shows up. They're gonna show you mad or the Egyptian art when they had the paintings on the wall and it's crafted. They always show it. It's mad. They show mad deities during that time. They show Ma'at. They show Thoth. They show a lot of deities. Here you go. You're gonna know when you see it, because you're gonna see it. It's gonna be a Libra scale, heart, a feather. You're gonna see Thoth in the back with the paper, with the pen and the paper, and you're gonna see I think it's Heru, and what you call it? She's in some position. I think if another deity, I'm trying to remember, it's another deity over there, but I can't remember who it is. That he's sitting by the deity with the three that's has features from the three animals that eats the heart. He's sitting there. I think it's Anubis, but I don't want to say it if it's not him. But yeah, all right. So basically, let's get into what it's really about. Alchemy is really, and it's really a science, right? It's chemistry, and it could be done in real life. But on the other hand of it, right? Because when you go down a rabbit hole and you looking and you study alchemy, it's two sides of it, right? It's the physical, and if you watch Full Metal Alchemist, they literally show you all of it. Like, cause I'm in the anime shit. I know most of y'all niggas that know me, or I know y'all in the anime too. So y'all know in Full Metal Alchemist, they was always searching for the Philosopher's Stone. And it was like that in real life. Alchemist was literally searching for the Philosopher's Stone, and they would basically, it's said to be able to transform lead into gold. And it could be, on the other hand, it's symbolic to you transforming yourself into lead, from lead into gold. And it's just the lead is just symbolic to your lower self, and the gold is just symbolic to your higher self. Because obviously your higher self is better than you. That's non-arguable. So that's just factual. But just like how they was looking for the Philosopher's Stone, and in today's day and age, lead can be turned into gold, but it's not with a Philosopher's Stone. I think they said you need a particle accelerator and just a whole bunch of shit that's gonna make it less than what it's worth, because the shit you're gonna need to do it is gonna make it not worth it, because it's only gonna produce a small amount of gold from the lead that you put in. But yeah, so it's chemistry, right? But it's a spiritual science behind it on the other hand. And it said, alchemy is the art of transmutation, and transmutation is the art of transforming something, or just causing a reaction, and yeah, just transforming something or causing a reaction to shift something from one thing to another, right? So if you watch my other video on the calcination, what is calcination? Calcination is just and then the physical alchemy of it is just, you will be heating, normally it would be heating up a metal to a certain temperature to where it would be, everything foreign to the metal would be removed, and it would just be able to shift electrons, hence starting the process of transmutation. And then dissolution would just be you now, and I'm gonna get, no, actually I forgot, let me get on the spiritual side of that. I told y'all in another video, that's just you removing foreign and volatile, because in calcination it would be foreign or volatile substances from the thing that they were heating up, right? So if you look at the spiritual side of it, you removing foreign, which is influencing on your mind that you did not have, right? Influence on your mind that you did not have, on your consciousness. That would be the foreign part, and the volatile substances would be, it could be influence as well, but I would just say stuff that's toxic to you in general, that you either created or that other people created for you. That's within yourself, that lies within you. You just be removing toxic traits, just bad state of minds, bad habits, all of that shit. Just would be removing it and block, because it's blocking, all of that stuff is blocking your way, your pathway to your higher self. So you just would be removing that and removing foreign influence on your mind, because it would be hindering your purity. You're not pure if something else is polluting your mind, right? It's not 100% you. Purity is just a sense of it's in its natural state. It's pure. That's why a virgin is pure, because she's in the natural state. She came out the womb a virgin, so she's pure. Until somebody else, I'm gonna say, insert themselves in her, and now she's not pure anymore because she didn't come out the womb with something inserted in her vagina. I mean, it's just common sense, but just breaking it down the best I can for y'all. I mean, I just got done working out and shit. I've been training and shit all day, but fuck was I? Where I left off at, bro? Damn. Let me just brief shit. All right, so let me get on to the next process, dissolution, right? Dissolution would just be the after you done remove those foreign and volatile substances from your spirit, it would just be you now breaking down what's already there, right? Because if the framework is bad, and you just, let's say if I'm building something, right, and let's say somebody else builded something, but they didn't build it right, I will remove everything that's not efficient, everything that's not getting that building to perform at its optimum performance level. I will be just removing that and then start on that. So that would be this process of dissolution. After I had done removed whatever the fuck shit they put on that building, right? And this is metaphorically, whatever the fuck shit they put on that building, I would just be removing it and then starting it from there, whatever is left. So dissolution would just be you breaking down whatever is left right there, so that way you can now build it up and start building your way into your higher self, right? Because you don't just reach your higher self. You don't just reach your higher self. That's not how it works. You have to walk the path to get there. You don't just reach the store. You don't just teleport there. You have to walk the path to get there. So it's basically it. That's really what it is. That's the whole thing of dissolution. And Thoth is said to be the creator of alchemy, or just the creator of science, philosophy, art, a bunch of shit. He's a big hitter in the Egyptian deities in terms of worship. And alchemy is infused along with Greek because it was during a time period where Egypt was conquered by Greece. So they say. I'm gonna just say this for clinical. So they say Egypt was conquered by Greece. For me, I wasn't there, nigga. I don't know. So I'm not gonna say they did or didn't. But it was just saying it was during the time that Egypt was conquered by Greece. During that time, they infused the culture, or they just stole from. I'm not gonna say they infused. They just took from the culture and just made their own deities based on the traits of the deities that was already in Egypt. Because it's literally the same thing. If you look in alchemy, right, you see the art and shit. It goes from Thoth to a nigga named Hermetes Trismegistus, however you pronounce this nigga name. And he's holding like a staff of Kundalini energy, right? The staff of the Kundalini energy. You got the two snakes twirling up the staff with the ball on top, right? And the two snakes twirling up the staff. That would be Kundalini energy, feel me? And that would be the symbolic. It will also be symbolic to your 7 chakras. When after it shoots up your spine, from the root to the crown, when it shoots up your spine, activates God. It's basically you on a God frequency. But so it's a lot of, if y'all see art from the thumbnail, right? Most of it is hermetic art. And you see, it would look like a Greece person, a person from ancient Greece, like the hair or the features of the person wouldn't resemble an Egyptian person, or what you would picture an Egyptian person to look like. Or I might just put Thoth on there, but I just put the art of it so y'all know, like, cause basically, obviously, the thumbnail is basically what's in the video. Y'all know what the video contains, so I will put something that would be resembling to the dissolution process of alchemy, and then breaking down of yourself to build up the truth, to build up your true self, to disidentify with the false sense of self and get back to your true self, get back to your spirit. Disidentify with the vessel and get back to your true self, get back to the spirit. Right? That's dissolution. Breaking down all of that, breaking down, detoxifying, breaking it down, and reaching that path. Like I said, paving the way to the path of your higher self, letting all that other false identity of yourself you don't want to be, letting your lower self go, so you can start to float to your higher self, walk the path to get to your higher self. And that includes all the traits and all the mindset that came with your lower self. It would be breaking it down, seeing what's pure, what's true, what's of the spirit. and then it will be proceeding to work towards. I'm not gonna go too much into that's gonna be the next step, but it would be just breaking that down and then proceeding to work towards and opening up that pathway for you to build up to your higher self. Or I'm gonna say it like that so I can keep it in general. But look, where was I at? Well, yeah, so if you see Hermetic art, right, you would know all the processes I'm talking about and shit like that for niggas who don't have the knowledge. It would catch their eye. I do it so it would catch their eye, and they would and it intrigue them. It would, the imagery would intrigue them. For me, because it's not about me. You're not learning about me. You're learning something about me, but you're learning more about yourself every time I talk to you. The more you in tune with yourself is the more you in tune with others, because everything is connected. That's the art of oneness, right? But that's on a whole nother topic. I'm just saying, the more you get in tune with yourself, the more you're going to get in tune with others. But so I use Hermetic art in the thumbnail like how I used it in the last one when I put the egg and the man cracking the egg. But you see, he obviously doesn't resemble Egyptian features, and that's just because Thoth, I guess the ancient Greece took Thoth, and the deity Thoth, and then expanded on it into like, transmuted it into their own deity, and that was Hermes Trismegistus, however you pronounce this nigga name. Hermetis, something like that, bro. Trismegistus. Y'all gonna type it in wrong, it's gonna show up regardless. But y'all gonna see he's basically like some old bearded guy, and they show him on like ancient Hermetic art. They show him as just like he has a beard, he's some bearded guy, and they show him next to like alchemic symbols. They show him holding a staff with Kundalini energy and all that rah. But yeah, so if I was to put Thoth, most people don't know who Thoth is, so they wouldn't understand why I'm putting him for the thumbnail. I'm still gonna put him. I might put him in one of these vids. I'm just explaining. So that's why I had to give it in this video, because I might see it again in another thumbnail. For this thumbnail, I still might put some Hermetic art or I might put another deity, Egyptian deity, that's just symbolized the breaking down. I might put Anubis on here. Oh, it was another one. I forgot. It was another one. Basically, chaos and destruction. I'm not sure if that's Anubis, but I know Anubis was ruler of the underworld at one point in time. And Osiris was another one. But it's all symbolism. It's all symbolism. It's a big thing in Egypt. Symbolism. It's a big thing everywhere. Life is symbolism if you think about it. But that's what makes it they belief system so profound. Because it was based on life. Like, it's the truth. It can be found in life, like in everyday life. It can be found in life. So that's what makes it so profound, at least in my opinion. But so yeah, I can't really find nothing that's gonna relate to I guess breaking down a substance when I'm looking for Hermetic art. But if I don't find it, I might just put fuck it. I already explained what it is in the video, nigga. Whoever wanna watch gonna watch. For me, if you a seeker of knowledge, you could come here and take what you take from it, bro. You take what you take from it. But yeah, that's really the end of the vid. That's really all it is. And again, if you didn't watch the last video, I suggest you go watch it. I'm gonna keep going with these vids. I'm gonna finish the 7 processes of alchemy, and I'm probably gonna do an in-depth alchemic breakdown. But if I don't, I mean, you could always research yourself. I know people don't like to do their due diligence and don't like to do their research, and sometimes niggas might not understand what they seeing. So I get it when they come here, and I articulate it into a way where it could be what could take root in your consciousness, and therefore you expand it. You can now expand your consciousness from that. That seed that I planted can now grow, and it can now become the fruit where you bear fruit to other people. and plant seeds in other people. After you done ate your fruit, you get the seeds from that fruit planted in other people's minds, and that's how it spreads. But I think that's really, I think I covered it. But yeah, so once again, man, I'm just trying to lead by example. I hope that this video has helped somebody understand themselves as much as they understood some scientific principles and origins of science, because alchemy is origins of it is the basis of science. Let me just put it like that. It's the basis of science. And if you look at alchemists, right, you're going to see some of the people that actually was a big founding fathers of science, that actually was a practitioner of alchemy and believed in it. Like like Isaac Newton, we all know that the Newton laws has a big impact on science, and still to this day is a big influence of science long after he's gone. So yeah, really look at who the alchemists were, and really look at it, and the practitioners of alchemy. It's all gonna unravel in front of you. And I'm not gonna say too much on it, but it's been a lot of people, let me say organizations, who would not want you to have this information, or not want you to have the deep roots of this information. So when you do your due diligence, you gotta use your third eye. Let me just put it like that. You gotta use your third eye. You gotta see what's beyond the information that's being available to you, because there's always something behind the curtain. Just know that it's always another curtain and another stage behind that stage and that curtain that's already there. Even the information I gave in this video is way more to it. It's so much more to it. And I got another video coming about, I don't know if I'm gonna drop it, but when it's gonna drop. But it's some deep shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if I'm getting trolled, but it's just a lot of shit that been popping off lately and shit. And sometimes it just help me when I just look to this tarot card, because it's like, it's something I channel within myself. By looking at it, it reminds me, it's a subconscious reminder to me of the strength I possess internally and in my mental, that I use to channel everyday life, and I take with me, and I stand on that. But for me, so I hope this video take root in some of the minds of the people that's seeing it. I love y'all, and XO Immaculate, I'm out. Peace.